Hello guys, welcome to the new podcast stream called Kickoff with myself Dan, and this is Rob, also the host. Say right, Rob?
Right?
Yeah, so this is going to be a new weekly thing, Kickoff, and we're going to have topics each week and everything, like a normal podcast. So what are the topics today, Rob?
Champions League scores, Barclays Premier League table, Champions League predictions, new videos, montage, Arsenal versus Liverpool, and World Cup Rio.
And also we're going to be covering the news story we've heard today about a boy getting shot in Wickford, yeah, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. First, we're going to talk about I'm going to keep you updated with the Champions League scores tonight. Today is the 5th of November fireworks night, and I'll keep you updated throughout the podcast. But first, we're going to have our predictions for the matches. Yes. Yeah, Rob.
I believe.
Right. Okay.
On tonight.
For the first game, Real Sociedad versus Manchester United. I reckon I'm not going to say a score. We shouldn't say who's going to win. Manchester United for me. Real Sociedad.
I may go with you on that one.
Yep, Man United.
Because agreed, Manchester United.
Okay, next one is Shakhtar Donetsk versus Bayer Leverkusen. I reckon that ought to be a draw.
I reckon they could just pull in France.
Who?
Or actually, no, I reckon it will be a draw, in fact.
Yeah, okay. FC Copenhagen versus Galatasaray. Galatasaray overall, my prediction.
I reckon it's going to be a draw, Dan.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is Juventus versus Real Madrid. Oh, that's quite a tough game, that is, Juventus Real Madrid. For me, I reckon it's going to be a close match, but I reckon at the end, Real Madrid will nick it 2-0, I reckon.
Personally, I think Juventus is going to get the first 2 goals and Real Madrid is going to come back for 3.
Oh, you think Real Madrid will win then?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The next one is Olympiacos versus Benfica. That's hard to tell, so I'm just going to say Olympiacos.
I think Benfica are going to win.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a close game, isn't it? Okay, next
Very
we got
close.
PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, got Ibrahimovic, got an overkick against England, against Anders Schlecht. That's going to be, I think that's quite clear, it's going to be a PSG win, don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be a PSG domination.
Yeah, and we also, Man City versus CSKA Moscow. Man City all over that for me.
That's a tough one, but I may go Man City 2-1.
Oh yeah, I just got another topic. Did you hear about Yaya Toure in the week getting about the racially abusing?
What did Yaya Toure do?
He's talking about. We're talking about it later on. It's about he's got racially abused apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that later on. Yeah.
Oh.
So what do you think, Man City, CSKA Moscow? Who will win, Rob?
Man City.
Do you think so? Okay. Next we have.
Oh! I've just heard that Man City are up 2-0.
Oh, really? I knew it was 1-0, Rob, but it's 2-0. So I thought Man City anyway. So who do you think next? I've never really heard of these two teams, but one team, Victoria Plzen versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich all over that.
Bayern Munich.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
But actually,
yes?
I don't know, because I don't know the other team.
Oh yeah, we haven't really heard of them. They could be underdogs. But
yeah, I know.
Okay, so, but there has been a few goals going. I just predicted what we thought. I'll just keep you up to date what's going on now. So, yeah, I'll tell you the goals. FC Copenhagen are beating Galatasaray 1-0. Olympiacos are beating Benfica 1-0. Man City are beating CSKA Moscow. Rob said 2-0. I thought it was only 1-0. And that's the only scores I know. Okay, next topic. You ready, Rob?
Yep.
Right. Now we're going to be talking about the Barclays Premier League table. At the top 4 are as follows. It's Arsenal, isn't it? Then Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham. Am I right there?
I believe so. I think.
You think so?
I think Man City are like 6th or 5th. I think.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my. I'm just getting the league table up now so I can confirm it.
Oh, okay.
Whilst we're on the subject of football, Arsenal and Liverpool. Liverpool lost 2-0, unluckily for me, because I'm a Liverpool fan. Did you see Ramsey's goal in the midweek?
Oh, what a cracking goal, damn.
Long shot outside the
box.
Yeah. Oh God, that's
Just
cracking goal,
over
isn't it?
Mignolet.
Yeah, Mignolet. Yeah, I think he's a good keeper, but makes a few mistakes.
He's not doing as well as he was at the start of the season, is he?
No, he's not. Right, I have the Barclays Premier League table up now. So at the top, it's obviously Arsenal, who are 5 points clear. What do you think about that? They're 5 points clear of all the teams.
They're going to be with Ozil, aren't they?
Yeah, Ozil is a top class player, and
yeah, came from Real Madrid.
So about the Barclays Premier League table, Arsenal top of the league. Definitely, they're brilliant. They're doing really well at the moment, even though I wouldn't like to admit it. The top four are as follows: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. Do you think they all deserve it, or who do you think's playing well?
I really think Townsend's playing well for Tottenham at the moment.
Yeah, but
I really think he's...
Arsenal's storming away with 25 points, and second, third, and fourth have all got 20. Have all got 20 points. So
I know. I reckon it's Ozil and Dolsky. They have a bit of chemistry. Where they're both German.
Between second and seventh, only 1 point that is between them all. Did you know that?
That's quite odd.
Yeah.
Dave.
Okay, and Crystal Palace have only had 1 win. They've got minus 15 goal difference. The bottom three are as follows: Norwich, Sunderland, and Crystal Palace. Who do you predict will go down this season?
I really think Norwich is going to go down.
Yeah, I don't think Norwich is going to go down. I definitely think Sunderland and Crystal Palace, but I don't think Norwich. I think Norwich will win it late on. Don't you think?
And what I was going to say? Oh, Dan, wasn't you telling us me something about Messi going to Chelsea?
Oh yeah, I was telling you that, but we'll talk about that later on. We've got other things to talk about. So we've talked about Champions League scores, predictions, the Barclays Premier League table. Okay, today me and Rob made a football montage, didn't we, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
make sure you check it out.
Yep. So basically, we made a montage, and it's all edited, and it's going to be uploaded tomorrow, which will be the 6th of November.
No,
Depends what day it's uploaded.
It will not be tomorrow, will it?
We'll be uploading
It'll be the day before we upload this.
Yeah, but it'll be the montage will be uploaded on the 6th of November, so which is tomorrow for us. Yeah, tomorrow for us.
6th of November.
Yeah, so be sure to check that out. It's really good. I hope me and you really like it, don't we?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good personally.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, and I edited it. So we talked about Arsenal, Liverpool, but we haven't really in depth. Did you see both goals, Ramsey and Sandy Cazorla?
I can't say I saw Cazorla's, but I remember watching Ramsey.
Yeah, basically, Sandy crossed the ball in, Giroud headed it in the post, and then Cazorla smashed it from an angle.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and Ramsey, I don't know what to say. It was really good. Right, the World Cup in Rio next year, June, July. Who do you think's going to win? For me, it's going to be Brazil or over. What about you?
I think Spain.
Spain, yeah.
But I really think Belgium are going to have a really strong chance.
Yeah, they have.
Benteke, Lukaku, Hazard, and so many other more. Company.
They do have really good players, but just because you have good players, it's still a question of can they work together like as a unit and perform like they do week in week out Premier League sides.
Yeah, I also think Brazil are going to have an amazing chance of winning.
I think they'll definitely get to the final. I reckon Brazil Spain in the final is going to be a close match. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And also, what you say, Rob?
No, I wasn't going to say anything. You say it.
Okay, so also the World Cup after that. Did you know the one after that is in Russia? Yeah.
When was that announced?
That was announced after the 2010 World Cup. Yep. Yeah. So did you know the tournament was going to be held in Russia? Did you know that, or did you just find that out from me?
I just literally found it out now.
Oh, and the one after that in 2026 is held in Qatar.
Where's that?
I have no idea. I've never really heard of it before. But the thing I want to talk about that, which is I wrote in the topics, they've announced that they're going to do the World Cup in the winter that year. Do you know why?
Nope, I have no
Because
idea.
in Qatar, they in the summer they get temperatures of up to 40 degrees Celsius. They think it'll be dangerously hard for the players to play in. So they think it should be hot to play in the
Yeah.
winter. But
They're going to have to have like a drink every 10 minutes.
yeah, well, less than that. And yeah, so they're going to be playing it in the winter. But what I'm thinking about is, what about the Premier League? Is it going to be not gone? It's going to be gone for that year? Is it going to be a break halfway through it, or what do you think is going to happen with the Premier League?
Well, if it's in the winter, I think it's just going to be gone for like a few weeks.
Yeah, do you think there'll be a break? But then
I reckon it'll-
they won't get as much pre-season to be fit for the next season, so it'll kind of won't balance out.
Yeah, I reckon they may just leave it.
What the Premier League?
Because, no, like, not the Premier League. They might just like leave it for that season.
Yeah,
But I also believe that they're all going to get unfit though.
yeah, because I kind of agree with you there.
But also, where they're playing the World Cup, I reckon they'll be all right. So they're not too unfit.
How do you think England will do in the World Cup this year, 2014? I mean,
I reckon they'll at least come.
I think we'll do what they do every World Cup. We'll squeeze through the group stage and go out in the next round. Think so?
I think a few years ago, England. I reckon though, England are starting to come together a bit.
They are, but they always perform in games that don't matter. But then when it comes to the World Cup, we don't perform. We just like don't work together as
We
a team.
switch off at World Cup.
We do, don't we? So, is that anything else you want to talk about a World Cup, or is that covered then now?
I think that's covered the World Cup.
Okay, so what I want to talk about now is the Yaya Toure racist incident. You might have heard it in midweek, but basically what happened when they played CSK in Moscow last week, basically what were happening in the fans, they were all making monkey noises, being racist here, making it like, banana, making monkey noises towards him.
Yeah, that's quite harsh on Yaya Toure.
Yeah, I know, and the ref, Yaya Toure said it to the ref, and the ref ignored it, and apparently he didn't follow the rules or something. And they're like UEFA or FIFA or Champions League are going to talk to him because he should have, because he followed some kind of rules he shouldn't. They didn't do. So they're playing right now. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens again or anything similar happens.
Yeah.
Do you
If
think?
they do it again, I reckon Yaya's going to get taken out for a few games just so they can calm down a bit.
Yeah, I might do. Okay, so now I've gone that. We can talk about the news incident we've heard about today. This hasn't got anything to do with football, FIFA, but let's have to talk about it anyway. We heard about the 5-year-old boy that got shot in Wickford today? What do you think about that? Oh, right. But did you hear that the thing was that he got shot by an 8-year-old boy?
I thought it was an 18-year-old.
No, it was an 8-year-old.
Where the hell would an 8-year-old get a gun from?
I don't know. Maybe he got it from his parents, but that's the shocking thing. It's obviously the parents have obviously not hidden the gun well enough, or they've given it to him.
Why would the parents even have a gun anyway?
I don't really know, do you? No. Interesting thing to say.
Because in England, we don't have them rules. If anybody comes on your property, you can hurt them in any way.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
It's illegal to have a gun.
It is, isn't it?
Unless you're in the army.
So, if we go on to our next topic, we'll talk about the Stoke goalkeeper, Begovic. Stoke drew against Southampton 1-1 in Saturday.
But in the 12th second, the goalkeeper got a goal.
Okay. Yeah, the goalkeeper scored after 12 seconds. I don't really know how that happened there, but apparently got past.
And it wasn't an own goal.
No,
he scored in the other goal.
Yeah, he just smashed it, and it was a very windy day, so it just kept travelling.
Amazing goal.
It was really good. And the final topic we have today is is Messi, and it's just been released in a Spanish newspaper that he was very close to joining Chelsea in the transfer window because basically Messi has a buyout clause for 210 million, and Adidas, who are partnered with him, said that they would pay 105 million to pay half of it, and then Chelsea would only have to pay 105 million to get him.
But then, if you think about it, he's going to be worth more than Bale.
Yeah, and Adidas wants to bring him to the Premier League, so they'll get more money off him.
Yeah, so they're basically just trying to nick money.
Yeah, so how do you think Messi would do in the Premier League though? Since it's a big change from the Liga BBVA to the Premier League, it's much better.
I reckon it'd be a lot different.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't get as many goals, but it would be much different for him.
I reckon it'd be. I don't know whether it'd be easier because in the Liga BBVA, you've got Di Maria, Ronaldo, or you did have Ozil.
Yep.
That you just had all these great players, and
a lot
you
of
did all
them
right
to the
in
Premier
there.
League. Aguero used to play in the Liga BBVA.
And look how well he's doing.
Yeah, so I think we've covered that
2
now,
goals
haven't we?
tonight. Oh yeah, and we forgot to tell you that in the Man City match, it's gone up 3-0. Negredo got the 3rd goal, and Aguero scored 2. So I think Man U, but also mine and Dan's predictions are wrong.
Oh yeah, well no, I didn't say a score for Man City. I just said they'd win.
I said a score. I said 2-1.
So, do you think Messi will ever go to a different club, or do you think he would be better off in the Liga BBVA?
Well, he's been there 8 years, and I
Yeah.
think he should move about a bit more.
You think so?
'Cause he's 24 years old, isn't he?
Around that.
Yeah, and he's got loads more time to be a better player.
He's got at least
I
two.
think-
He's got at least 2 or 3 more World Cups left in him. So,
Yeah, like, I'd say at least 4 or 5. And yeah, I just think he should come to the Premier League.
what 4 or 5 World Cups did you say?
No, I meant 3 or 4, but
I said 2 or 3. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why Adidas would want to get him to the Premier League though. Maybe is it just for money, or they want to see him in the Premier League, or is it just around money?
personally, I think they want to see how he does.
Yeah, well, everyone would want to see how he does. We've seen Ronaldo, the
Yeah.
second best player in the world for me in the Premier League, and he's done well. So it's not just Liga BBVA. Other teams being not bad, but it would be a big change from Liga BBVA football to Premier League top class football, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but Dan, I've just come up with something.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how they've literally just said Messi should move and Bale's come in?
That is quite
Maybe
weird.
they think Bale's going to be worth a lot more money.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Adidas also sponsor Bale, don't they?
Yeah. And but
Yeah, and
yeah.
yeah, Bale, I reckon that they're going to want to get a bit of money from Bale in the Liga BVA,
Yeah.
and also they're getting the best of both worlds. Really, if Messi goes to Barclays Premier League, he's going to be getting loads of money. They're going to be one of the richest companies of football. Aren't
Yeah, and I
they?
suppose Roman Abramovich can afford him. So he's loaded, isn't he?
I also think Man City may have a little fight in.
Yeah. How do you think Moyes and Mourinho will do this season? Moyes isn't doing brilliantly so far, is he?
Yeah, Mourinho is, but I'm not too sure about David Moyes.
No, I personally like Mourinho, but he's done okay so far, but I think I expect more from him.
Because of what he's done in his past days, he's done very well, but this season I think he's gone a bit downhill.
Yeah, so I think we should wrap it up there. Do you think that's okay there?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, but before we go, I was going to tell you the half-time scores of the matches, and then you can check afterwards. So the half-time scores: Real Sociedad 0, Manchester United 0, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0, FC Copenhagen 0, FC Copenhagen 1, Galatasaray 0. Juventus 1. Juventus beating Real Madrid 1-0. What do you think about that?
They were quite close scores. We
Yeah.
thought they would draw, but
That should be hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Real Madrid hasn't been doing this good. That's so good lately, but that's a bit different.
no, I was watching a game the other day, and I think they lost like 2-1 to a lower team.
Yeah, Olympiacos beating Benfica 1-0. PSG is still drawing Van der Schlecht. Victoria plays in Bayern Munich 0-0, which is surprising. You would have thought Bayern Munich would be all over that game. And I don't know if CSKA Moscow are making a comeback or anything, but it's 3-1 to Man City now, so they've got a goal back for themselves.
Anything can happen, though. It's only
Yeah,
half time.
anything can happen. So I think that was a good episode of Kickoff, our first episode. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday. We'll be doing it every Tuesday night. Yeah, Rob?
Yep.
Alright, so I've been Dan, and that's Rob. So we'll see you next week for another episode of Kickoff.